just doesn't. It just says, we should sanction people who might be involved in drug running like Karzai by not taking pictures with him with officials. Like, please. That's it? That's arresting noted CIA asset? I mean, what you're reading in the mainstream media is not necessarily a direct translation of what is in these supposed WikiLeaks. It's just not. And you can look at it. I put all the source material, all the links in the show notes.
And by the way, I should remind students out there that they should use our show notes to write papers.
Yeah, and a paper should be written about this. And then everyone's bitching about the government this, the government that. But meanwhile, it is the commercial companies like Amazon who are trying to shut these guys down. The government's not shutting them down. It's commercial companies that you deal with and buy from every single day. Where's the outrage against that?
So I'm concerned about one aspect of the last clip, and I'm trying to make the association. That's why I was doing some typing. If I'm not mistaken, the concept of harmonization is an intelligence agency concept.
Thank you.
And this, which just brings it, because I don't think anyone would use that word out of the blue.
I agree.
I mean, have you ever used it?
I tried to harmonize Mickey the other day.
Yeah, well, that's another story.
Yeah. Didn't work out too well.
I'm sticking with our thesis that there's he's either a front man or an agent or something. And it might not even be, it could be MI6. And the only reason I say that is because he sounds like a guy that he doesn't sound like an Australian. I mean, he still has the basic Australian accent, but he's picking up that British kind of mumbling style of speech that is very unusual in Australia. I mean, maybe the Australian listeners, we have quite a few of them when we wanted to talk about that in a little while, can disagree with me on this, but this kind of hard to understand mumbling beneath your breath, blah, 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 is extremely British, and which makes me wonder, I mean, how is it, because we always say everything's CIA. CIA could not be doing half of anything, because MI6 is extremely active. And
as is the ISSI, the Pakistani Secret Service? ISI? ISI.
And the Indian secret, the intelligence agency in India is extremely active, more so than the Pakistanis, and they don't get talked up at all. And then there's the KGB, or whoever they're now called. They got a new name.
Now, do you know the background of Assange? Assange, apparently, what I've been able to read, and there's actually, I put a link into the, my mic is a little weird today. I put a link into the Complete Idiot's Guide to WikiLeaks' latest document dump, which is kind of an interesting document. So apparently this guy was raised in a cult-like atmosphere where... Oh, do you hear that? I'm crapping out here. Hold on. In like some cult-like family where...
one of them.
Yeah, where his stepfather...
In northern Sonoma County.
No. Hello?
Yeah, I lost you.
Yeah. Something's very wrong. Hold on. What the fuck? Hello?
Now I can barely hear you.
Yeah,
sounds like you're...
I'm breaking up, John. I'm breaking up.
I'm breaking up. I'm over Hawaii.
Hello?
Yeah, you have a loose wire.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's not a Skype breakup. You may need a new cable.
No, it's not it's something else.
Okay, well, make a note. Sounds like a post-production issue coming up.
No. It sounds like dust in a meter somewhere. Okay.
Now you're okay.
Yeah, we'll see if it works now. No, this cult.
Scratch in the pot.
Yeah, this cult place. His stepfather would give LSD to the kids and then lock them in a dark room. Yeah, you haven't heard about this?
No,
no, yeah,
this is terrible.
Yeah. It was like some.
Hey, can I recommend people out there listening to the show? You do not give kids LSD and lock them in a dark room.
It's not a good policy, I tell you.
It's not the thing you want to do.
No, this is a very well-known story from Australia.
Well, it wasn't that well known to me.
Yeah.
So was he one of the kids locked in a dark room?
Apparently. And then you see old pictures of these kids, and they all have like these weird fishbowl like haircuts, and they're all, which he kind of still has. You know, and I don't know much, but locking your kids in a dark room after giving them LSD could disrupt them later in life. Anyway, I actually tweeted this yesterday. He keeps insisting there's no 9/11 conspiracy. The 9/11 truth movement is just a distraction. So these
Who
are
says
all
this?
Assange.
What has he got to do with it?
I'm just saying. Of course, all the stuff we really want to know about, there's not a single cable about at all.
Cable.
This turns out to be basically a closed internet that the government uses.
They've shut it down too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, they did, because that was one of the main things Robert Gates said. It's like, oh, well, we can't share information. Let's shut it all down. Yeah.
After all the work they went through to share information.
Yeah.
If you're going to share information, what difference does it make? These cables, all it says to me is that these people should be more circumspect when they do these memos.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think everything's wide open, I mean, anyone who's ever been in a court case and has had discovery knows that, anything you write down is a part of the record is going to be found out by lawyers. And it's just going to be stumbled upon. It's going to be exposed to everyone. And this happens with the Microsoft cases over the years. All kinds of documents were uncovered that Microsoft would rather have not had seen the light of day, but they got out, including them banning me, by the way, from something.
And the chat room says, by the way, they heard him say harm minimization and not harmonization. They say harm minimization. That's what the chat room heard.
Harm minimization.
Yeah, instead of...
okay, well, that could be.
That could be.
I'll give you that.
Well, let's move on then. Let me move on to another member of the Shadow Puppet Theater, which popped up this week, completely just flies